Hello everyone, it's Joel Davis with the United Medical Transportation Providers Group, and you are thebroker.com, helping you to build a highly effective and highly profitable broker business. I'm a bit concerned today because this video has the potential to go sideways really quick. I've been gone the last couple of days, so early this morning I'm reading my notes that they left for me, and I'm to catch up, and I'm reading this exchange that started out between Dawn and this provider. Then Dan got involved at the end, but I like to say, back in the day, I used to say, like, I'm not surprised anymore. I see this coming from a million miles away with regards to NEMT and home care. I work with so many different client providers. I see what's going on and on a macro scale, and I could just see problems coming from a mile away. Rarely, I used to say, I just don't get surprised anymore. But you know what? Every once in a blue moon, I'm caught sleeping, and this is one of them. And you'll see why. So, before this thing has the ability to go crazy, and this is an important video, make sure you watch this. There's a lot of strong nuggets to take away. I have to do a disclaimer for those of you who are new to this channel. This is not one of those channels where my whole motivation is to become some social media guru. You're never going to see me ask for money or tell people to like and subscribe and share it upon the button. I don't care. A lot of people who dislike me, dislike my attitude, dislike my politics, dislike my religion, I will be the first one to help you unsubscribe. I don't care. I make more money outside. I make more money. My money makes me more money. All these years of sound business decisions, I make more money outside than I do with this stuff. So this is more like my own little mission slash therapy, if you will. So I'm not desperate. Because I'm not desperate, that gives me the ability to just be transparent and call the shots as I see it, call the balls and strikes. That's why when I work with many of you one-on-one, I make it abundantly clear. My job is not to tell you what you want to hear. My job is to tell you what you need to hear. Big difference. I know that offends a lot of people because so many people, they just want to, you know, in this politically correct world of, you know, getting woke and the knee benders and all the, you know, all the social media and social superstars. That's not my gig. So, man, I'm just concerned about this exchange here. I'll dive in, but here's a classic example. One of my previous videos, I called it Rule 101. And to quickly recap that, Rule 101, and this kind of is to reference my days back when I was sin living, playing college football, bouncing around the NFL, doing bad stuff. Not saying any of it was right, because it was all wrong. It was all sin living. You know, and if you went to a strip joint, you just knew that Rule 101 is you never fall in love with the strippers. But sure enough, there's suckers out there who do. And they keep going back to the strip joint, dropping that cash. And that stripper, she just gets all up on you, drops the boom booms in the face, and, you know, drops a sweet little honey in your ear, tells you how special you are, and rubs your chest, and all of a sudden you start feeling, man, she really sees me. We have a connection. No, because she's doing it to everybody else, just like the brokers are taking advantage of everybody else. So you're gonna see in a minute. That's why I say it's like Rule 101. You never fall in love with the stripper, but some of these cats out here, I make the analogy of these strippers to these providers out here who just become just in love. They become in love with the brokers. This cat here, man, this provider, he didn't just fall in love with the stripper and bed the stripper down and marry the stripper. He like had a whole harem of strippers and married a bunch of them. Had some stripper daughters. Created his own stripper university. Put his daughters through the stripper U because this is just crazy. And the further I get into this, the more you're going to see how crazy it is. So make sure you watch and learn from this, because this is a classic example of I cannot believe this. I'm absolutely shocked, surprised. So again, I'm not one of those guys. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I know some people, they just want me to co-sign what they're doing. I'm not doing that. That's not my gig. Some people want the back massages, you know, the back rubs. You know, some of you out there, you want your little balls tickled. That ain't me. I'm not a ball tickler. I'm not a back rubber. Stay away from the strippers. And before any of you who contact me, but JD, I used to strip. Well, then stop. Go repent of your sins and then give it up. So let me dive into this. Now that I got the disclaimer out of the way, you know what to expect. If you're already offended, let me know. I'll help you unsubscribe and we'll part ways. Not all relationships are made to last forever. So if you got to go, you got to go. I get that, man. So this provider sends an email. This was after, I'm assuming, he watched that last video where I talked about you got to place a value on your losses. Loss in revenue, loss in time, loss in effort, etc., etc. Go back and watch that video. So I don't know. Maybe this is what motivated him to write to us. I don't know. So he writes, "Hi, my name is blank. I'm the owner of blank," the name of his company. "I would like to talk to you guys about your service. Please call me or I can call you tomorrow. My number is blank." I can't put his info out there. Dawn writes to him, "Hi, blank. This is Dawn. Please email us your questions and we will do our best to be of assistance. Thank you, Dawn." He writes, "I'm a provider based out of blank." Now, let me tell you, to give you the whole backstory, you keep things in context. His city that he operates in, if you were to Google the top 5 biggest cities in the United States, he's in the top 5. So already he's in a huge market where he could do anything he wants. Great population. You could find anyone to do anything. I mean, it's a big city. You want to manufacture widgets? You can manufacture widgets, whatever you want. So I'm a provider based out of blank. I attended one of Joel's conferences years ago in Colorado. That's important. He opened my eyes. That's critical. So in the top 5, he's in a top 5 city. He attended one of my events in Colorado. I opened his eyes. But at the time, couldn't get no traction, he says. All my business is with Logisticare, i.e. the stripper. I gross about $65,000 to $80,000 a month. My business is down compared to what I used to do before COVID, which was like $120,000 to $130,000 a month. Times are rough. My lost runs caught up with me. That's key. That's key. I'm going to talk about that in a second. I'm going to highlight that real quick. Okay, so I got to make sure I make a good point about that. So times are rough. My lost runs caught up with me. I need to do changes and diversify my business. I'm doing small things with school district of blank. And also MTN. Another stripper. I need some help. Dawn responds to him. Hello, blank. Has Logisticare reduced your rates of reimbursement or just trip volume? What was your profit margin when you were doing $120,000 per month, and what is it now? Are you doing only Logisticare work, or do you have any private contracts? When you mention diversifying, are you referring to diversifying within your NEMT business or diversifying into different businesses? Thank you, Dawn. The provider responds, my trip volume is down. My profit margins were at 15%. Now remember earlier, he attended one of my live events, and he said that I opened his eyes. But you don't even need to attend one of my live events. You could just be a White Walker and just peruse and take all the free stuff and just live on the fringes and gather that I believe that you need to be at 25% margin. If you're at 25% margin, you got a strong NEMT business and we could do a lot of good things. Anything above 25% margin, it's gravy. Gravy. Now, I got some people that are pushing 50. I got some that are in the 60s. Again, every business model is different based on a wide variety of variables, so keep that in mind. Anything below 25, I start to get concerned. We get to 20, all right, now we're in the danger zone. This cat is at 15. So he was doing between 120 to 130 a month. Now he's doing between 65 and 80 a month with these two strippers, aka brokers, and he's already in the danger zone as far as I'm concerned. 15%. So he says, my trip volume is down. My profit margins are at 15%. I do not have private contracts. Dude. You're in a top 5 city, making that kind of money in terms of revenue. You got low margins, and we don't get motivated to go after private work. I currently have 3 contracts. No, you don't. I currently have 3 contracts. MTM, a school district of blank, the name of the city, and Logisticare. Problem is, no. I'm assuming, I don't know anything about your contract with the school district, but let's say that's legit. Okay, there's a contract. You do not have a contract with MTM or Logisticare. You have a sharecropper agreement. As in, they're master Logisticare, they're master MTM, and you the sharecropper. You're doing that slave work, that slave trading. Now, I know some of you may be like, oh, no, 15% is good. No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not. So if you think that you have contract, a lot of people do that. I have a contract with a broker. No, you don't. You have a sharecropper agreement. Go try to sell your business. Go try to sell your business at a multiple. See how that works out for you. Doesn't work. So Dawn responds, hello. What year did you work with Joel in Colorado? It's important. What has precluded you from diversifying your business all these years? Why would she say all these years? I'll start that again. What year did you work with Joel in Colorado? What has precluded you from diversifying your business all these years? Why all these years? Why is this significant? The conference that he's referring to is in Denver, Colorado in 2011. 2011. That's in 10 years ago. Dude. 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, you were with me in Denver, Colorado, and I opened your eyes. Supposedly, I opened your eyes. 10 years ago. 10 years later, you're writing us. You went to bed with the strippers. You had stripper kids. Created your own stripper U. Sent your daughters through stripper U. This is just amazing. Dawn continues, to be clear, are you only interested in growing your NEMT business or are you interested in other businesses? I apologize for my confusion. Thank you, Dawn. He says, the provider, I would like to know what's out there that I'm not doing. Well, a ton. There's a lot of things you're not doing because you're just in bed with the strippers and you got caught all these years. It's been good living. Dropping that sweet honey in the ear, dropping boom booms in the face. Man, 10 years. I would like to know what's out there that I'm not doing. What other businesses is out there that I should be interested in? I met Joel like 6 years ago. No, it was 10 years ago. I'm interested in both things. When we launched youarethebroker.com, you submitted your information. You never did anything with it. So Dawn does a lot of our evening and middle of the night emails and stuff like that. Dan will do a lot during the day. Charlie does both. Depends on his schedule. So the next day, Dan's following up, reading through all this. So Dan follows up and sends this guy, the provider, a message. Says, hello, blank. This is Dan. I was reading through your previous correspondence with Dawn. Joel's Denver, Colorado event was in 2011. It sounds like over the last 10 years you have not implemented any of the strategies that Joel espouses to diversify your NEMT business. That's an understatement. To incorporate at least a partial component of private pay or contracted business model. In regards to other business opportunities that Joel continues to assist providers in, there is non-medical home care and the youarethebroker.com opportunity. I am not completely sure what you are looking for or the type of help you desire from us, but please feel free to share your questions and we will do our best to be of assistance. Thank you, Dan. Dude. One of the most powerful words out there is dude. You could do so many things with dude. You'd be like, dude, like, congratulations. Or like, dude, as in like WTF. I mean, it's so versatile. You can use it in so many different situations. You could just say dude, and it implies so much. All I can say to this is dude. Dude. 10 years. 10 years. People live and die in 10 years. I did a quick search. 2011. Just a quick some things. First of all, 2011, granted it was late 2011, I launched my broker business. Boom. So I've been slamming. Slamming. 10 years. My 10th year. So I started my broker business in late 2011. 2011, the Green Bay Packers beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 31-25. 2011, the Dow Jones was 11,957. 2011, that's the year that we killed Osama bin Laden. 2011, Elizabeth Taylor died. 2011, the King's Speech won the Academy Award. And we can go on and on and on and on. 10 years ago. 10 years. Dude. What have you been doing in 10 years? Joel, you can't say things like that. You don't know. And this, and that. Dude. 10 years. 10 years. 10 years and you're still with the strippers. 10 years. I mean, you're in a top 5 city. How do you not, over 10 years, entrench yourself with so many different hospitals, nursing facilities, rehab, assisted, independent living facilities, skilled care, and just have incredible relationships, contracts, service agreements? How is that even not? 10 years, how's it not? Let's say they shut you out for 3 years, for 3 years. You go and knock on their doors. You try to get into this facility. Well, no, we don't like you. We don't want you. Well, this has been 10 years. Why would you ever stop? Why would you ever stop knocking? Why would you ever stop being persistent? If I opened your eyes, if clearly you have been, if you came and met us in Denver, Colorado in 2011, you've obviously been had access to our content for more than a decade. I just don't, I have no idea how any of this is possible. How were you not growing? If you say I woke you up, and all you had to do is just watch my free stuff. You just watch my free stuff, and you should know that you have got to work on cultivating your own contracted private work. And dude, it's out there. Because I know people in your community, again, you're in a top 5 city. I know people in your area who are doing it. This is just incredible. So 10 years ago, you met me in Denver, Colorado. That conference call that you listened to the other day from that one client provider, he started his business. He purchased it 8 years ago for pennies on the dollar, and has blown it up to a multiple 7-figure business doing zero stripper / Medicaid broker work until recently. And that's only with one of their accounts, because the Medicaid brokers got the work from one of those accounts, and now they're starting to manage it. But even then, who's treating who like the BITCH? Is it the stripper / Medicaid broker treating the provider like a BITCH? No, because they told you F you. That provider said, no, F you, I ain't being played like that, like you are. That provider told the broker, these are my prices, take it or leave it, I don't care. So who's in charge there? Who's being treated like the BITCH? Because it certainly isn't the provider. 10 years. Joel, I can't believe you're talking like this. Why are you dumping on this person? Dude. 10 years. 10 years. How did you, in 10 years, if I opened your eyes in 10 years, that you came to one of my events, you've, I'm sure, watched plenty of my free stuff, how is it that you were doing nothing to go after, to cultivate relationship for private pay work? Because it's there. Again, I know what city you're in. I know people in that city that are doing different things. How is it that you didn't start a home care? If you had, over these 10 years, had you started a home care right now, slamming. Why? COVID just absolutely blew it up. Absolutely blew it up. In a short few weeks, months, a couple months, probably tops, I got business partners who they are operating a home care agency right now for over 20 years. And we are launching a whole new home care consulting opportunity that literally are going to blow the doors off this stuff. We've been working on it for a long time. But if you had a home care agency, even if it was small, you could be blowing it up. Over 10 years, how did we not diversify over these 10 years? Because you're making $130,000 at the time, and your buddies with the strippers and logistic care and friends, this and that. You filled out the stuff years ago. You filled out the stuff for youarethebroker.com. Why didn't you go start that? My broker business is absolutely exploding right now. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. Do you wanna know why? Home care is exploding because of COVID. My broker business is slamming. Why? Byproduct of COVID, but it's because everyone's lazy and no one works. Why? You got it. Everyone's getting their $600 a week. Everyone's getting their $1,400 stimulus. Oh, your stimulus. I know a lot of you out there, you got that buyer's remorse, man. You voted for that sleepy, creepy dementia patient with the cackling sidekick Medusa. Man, a lot of you guys got your buyer's remorse, man. You're having a hard time finding labor. Oh, I'm wrong. Go to like a Lowe's. Go to a Home Depot. What's a popular supermarket? Go to one of those stores. Dude, you can't even get cashiers anymore. It's all electronic. What do you think was going to happen when you all clamored for $15? All these big companies, they can afford the technology. Small businesses can't. Now look at you all. All you got that buyer's remorse because you can't get the labor. Man, everyone's just a fat cat sitting at home, getting their $600, getting their $1,400. Love it. So what's happening is in my broker business, we're doing so much work now because no one wants to work. So we are getting so much work subbed to us by even freight companies are subbing stuff. Go to Home Depot or Lowe's. See how long you're gonna be waiting in line. They can't even get stuff. You go try to get something delivered. You're 10, 12 weeks out. Guaranteed you're 10, 12 weeks out. Go order something custom or whatever, come from the warehouse. See how long you gotta wait. That's why we're crushing it. So now your revenue has gone from 120 to 130 a month, all from one source, i.e. your brokers, your strippers who dripping that little honey in the air. Oh, you so special. You doing such a good job. We done love you. Let me go back up to your lost runs. Here's what I want you to keep in perspective. Joel, you're mean. That's cool. Unsubscribe. That's cool. Joel, you ain't telling me what I want to hear. I told you I'm not going to give you a back rub. I'm not a ball tickler. Let's go back up to your lost run. So think about it. I've always said, if you're drowning in 10 feet of water, the last thing you need is 5 more feet of water. And that's what these brokers do. We know we ain't giving you a lot of margin, but we're going to give you more trips. What good is that? So what you did, your loss runs are catching up to you. So you just, I love my strippers. Oh, you dropped those boom booms in my face. I love it. We done love these hoes. So what happens is you go out there and you keep adding more drivers, adding more vehicles. You got more. Think about it. And I don't know what numbers you got. I have no idea how big your fleet is. Think about this. Let's say you got 50 vehicles. If you got 50 vehicles, I want common knowledge. Anyone watching this who hasn't unsubscribed, who's still watching, who hasn't been offended, and all that stuff. Here's what I want you to do. Think logically. If you got a fleet of 50 vehicles on the road, Do you have more exposure to accidents, incidents, lost runs as compared to a fleet of 25? Common sense, right? Of course you do. So you are in bed with these strippers, i.e. these brokers, and you're just adding more to get your 120. Oh, they're going to give me more. They're going to give me more. Okay, I'm going to put some more vehicles out there. I'm going to put some more vehicles on the road. You got more exposure. So you got the lowest amounts of reimbursement coming from the stripper brokers. Lowest amount of margin. And yet you're increasing your exposure. And now your loss runs are catching up to you, which means insurance premium is going to keep going up. Imagine if you had a smaller, more mobile, more targeted fleet size that had that you cultivated private pay and contracted work over all these years. 10 years! Dude, think of what could be built in 10 years. Dude. Anyways, if you had a smaller, more flexible, more mobile fleet size, going after more profitable work, augmented by a home care business, a broker business, you start your own broker business. Again, my broker business has nothing to do with NEMT, Medicaid brokers, none of that garbage. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time with them strippers. I'll confess, back in the day when I was sin living, I go into strip joints. You had to pay the door fee, this and that. I used to pay to get in there. But I would tell my boys, dude, my rule 101, I do not pay for strippers, which means I'm not gonna be up there. I ain't getting you dollar bills. I ain't gonna make it rain. Fat man does not do that. Fat man does not make it rain. I don't pay for it. I don't do that. I'm trying to bite my tongue so I don't get in trouble. 10 years. What could have been built in 10 years? JD, why are you blowing up this guy's spot like that? Oh, that's right. Y'all want the ball ticklers. Y'all want the back massages. I told you in the very beginning, I gave you a disclaimer. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. You want that? Go to LinkedIn. Go to LinkedIn so you can learn from the 23-year-old life coach. In fact, I'm going to pull that. Man, I got my own, man. Man. Here's stuff. This is just classic. This is classic. Here's the stuff that you guys who are hating on. Oh, you think you all that, JD? No. All right, go to LinkedIn. Get your back rubbed. Get your power pack. Get your little from LinkedIn. Here you go. I'm blocking out this dude's face. Here you go. This is fresh off LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like that train wreck that you can't stop watching because it's all nonsense. At least with Facebook, you know what you get. With Facebook, you know that everybody's up there doing the selfies, and you know like that chick is butt ugly. You know that dude is like 700 pounds, and they're like doing it the best angle, and you know it's all fake. It's all fake book. Whereas LinkedIn, everyone goes down there and they're all trying to be the social media guru, business CEO expert. The 23-year-old life coach is going to tell you how much they know, how much they learned over the last 23 years of their life. And they all got these quick whips, and everybody gets, oh man, here you go. If you're not doing what you truly love, you don't want it bad enough. Really? Go tell that to a single mother who the father, ding dong ditch, and now single mom's working 2 jobs to put food on the table. Really? Go peddle this nonsense. Go peddle your LinkedIn crap to someone else, man. Here's the thing about this LinkedIn nonsense. Again, because so many of you watching this, you guys do this. You do this because you all want to build. I'm a social media superstar guru. This is that, dude. How does this help anyone make money? How does any of this? This is why I can't stand this. I don't do any of this stuff. If you're not helping someone when it comes to business, if you're not helping them legitimately, like what are you doing tomorrow? What's step 1? What's step 2? What's step 3? If you're gonna help me make money, help me make money. Not this feel-good fluff, tickle the balls, rub the back. If you're not doing what you truly love, you don't want it bad enough, go tell that to a single mom who's working 2 jobs. Joel, how can you talk about single mom? Because I got clients who are single moms. I got clients who started their own home care agency, who single moms. I got home care agencies that when Obamacare came out and we had all the regulations, that we had to cut off the business. We had to cut it down by 40 to 50% just to make sure that we don't get penalized to retain anything we possibly could. And a lot of the caregivers single moms working 1, 2 jobs, this and that. I mean, dude, I've seen all this. But again, everyone goes on LinkedIn, Facebook, posts all this stupid stuff. See, I told you this thing can go sideways fast. Here you go. Confidence is attractive. Well, if that's the case, then I'm smoking hot. Confidence is attractive. Really? Who says that? Elitism is not. All right. How about this one? Build the best you. What the F does that mean? What's that mean, build the best you? What's that mean? JD, what's this have to do with business? I don't know. I'm going off on a tangent. What is this feel-good fluff? How does this help any of you make money? Build the best you. What's that mean? Like in the weight room? Does it mean with your business? How does this help you? How does this help that single mother? How does this help this dude who's been with strippers for the last 10 years, i.e. Medicaid brokers, and business is lucky if he's at 15%? And he's worried about his next dollar. Build the best you. What the F does that mean? That's like, I'll tell you one thing I can't stand. I'm going off on a tangent. That's like, I cannot stand. Oh, speak your truth. No, be you. Speak your truth. Dude, there's no such thing as speak your truth. There's only the truth, then there's your opinion. That's it. Now, if they say speak your opinion, I'm with you. But not speak your truth. No. There's the truth, then there's your opinion. That's it. I know in today's woke culture, go woke, go broke. Everyone's empowered, do your own thing, be a knee bender. Craziness. Do what you say you'll do even when no one else is watching. Oh, how profound. How profound. How's that help anyone make money? Stay true to your values. Speak your truth. I just had to put these on there because I was like, dude, this is some LinkedIn nonsense. Like, dude, first of all, go get your pants tailored. B, why are you holding on the wall like that? I mean, you gonna hemorrhage out? You gonna verge of collapse? What are we doing here? Dude, I can go on and on. I told you this thing has the ability to go sideways really quick. Because when I read through this, I'm like, dude, what are we doing over 10 years? 10 years. What are we doing over 10 years? And you said that I opened your eyes. If I opened your eyes and we did nothing in 10 years, what's changed? What's changed? Except you got deeper and deeper. Those strippers dropped that sweet honey in your ears, and you just went in deeper and deeper. Build your fleet more and more. Exposed yourself to more and more liability. I mean, how do we not diversify, further grow, expand, scale, entrench our business, intertwine it within the community with key facilities? I want to make this point abundantly clear. I've said it in other videos. I'm going to say it again. Whoever is closest to the customer, i.e. whoever has access to the customer, wins. I haven't talked to you. I don't know how many vehicles you got, how many employees you got, nothing. All I know is that you just got your own harem of strippers. You don't have any customers. In 10 years, you have no customers. None. Sit back, fat cat, rely on them to just give you your trips. Laziness sets in. I don't have to get out from behind my desk and go out there, meet and greet people, cultivate business, develop strategic relationships and partnerships and joint ventures with anybody because I could just sit back and wait for trips to come. How's that working out for you now? How's that working out for you now? And I'm not just picking on you, provider, who sent this email. I'm talking about, because there's so many people I see like you. So many people I see who are like you. It's lazy. 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 Just like everybody who voted for the sleepy, creepy dementia patient with the cackling sidekick Medusa, who ain't gonna be there long. Laziness. Let's get our stimulus checks and we good. And that's why so many of you got that buyer's remorse, man, because you're having a hard time finding employees, man. Hard time. Craziness. Craziness. Joel, what's the moral of the story? Dude. Joel, you don't shut up. Dude. Joel, you mean. Dude. I don't even know where. I don't even, what do you even say to 10 years? 10 years. My broker business launched in late 2011. And when I look back at the growth we've had, how much I've learned, not just the growth, not just how much I've learned, how much the business itself has changed. Within the first 2.5 years, then we transitioned all the all the 1099 contractors. Even last year, huge change from last year. Now we're blowing up because no one wants to work. So my contractors, we're just doing all kinds of work now. Crazy stuff that I couldn't even predict it. So I'm still learning. What have you learned over 10 years? You got the same model. Stripper this, stripper that, stripper you. Man, if you had a home care business that you had deployed at some point in time, and here's why I keep harping on the 10 years. Because you said I opened your eyes. How'd you say it? Something like that? Yeah. I attended one of Joel's conferences years ago in Colorado in 2011. He opened my eyes. You said I opened your eyes. I opened your eyes. Yet nowhere along the way, if you were making that much money, if you got 15% margin, I'm going to pull it up. When you were doing, let's say, 130,000, because I'm slow on the take. Dude, man, you got a nice little chunk of change there. Just do the math. Why weren't you rolling that? Like, what'd you do with all that money? Did you take that money? Why didn't you parlay that money into other businesses, other ventures? I mean, maybe you did, but you haven't told me. So I don't know. I can only go off what your exchange here with Don and Dan. But dude, what have you been doing? And I'm not saying you are. Because I know so many people who are like this. I mean, you one of those happy hour guys? I'm not saying you are, so I'll take it for what it's worth. So I'm not being completely mean here. But I know people who, they're happy hour guys. They want to be able to go to happy hour and tell everybody, this is, oh man, my company, this is how many vehicles I got. This is how many employees I got. Oh yeah, I started with 1, I started with 2. Then now look at this, now I got 35 vehicles, now I got 60 vehicles. Oh, I got 85 employees. Dude. Does anyone really care? I mean, what's the bank account look like? All I care about are the banks. What do the bank accounts look like? What do the investment account look like? All of this is a means to an end. So when you look at these stupid, dude, this is why I pull this up. If you're not doing what you truly love, you don't want to bet enough. Really? Are you that? This is why your NEMT business should be a means to an end. Bottom line. It's a means to an end. Tell me Logistic Care. You close down tomorrow because you don't make it. Tell me Logistic Care cares. Tell me MTM cares. Oh, but you got contracts with them. No, you don't. You have sharecropper agreements with them. They own all the customers, not you. Doing what you love. Dude, doing what you love should be making as much money as you possibly can, increasing the top line, which clearly you are not working on doing. You are working on doing it by getting in bed with more strippers, not by being creative, working to develop your own relationships, your own contracts, getting closer to the customer. You weren't doing any of that. None of that. In 10 years. Doing what you love is making more money. Making more money so that you could treat your mother like Queen Elizabeth, treat your wife like royalty, take excellent care of your children so that they have, like the Bible says, you can leave an inheritance for your children's children. Tithe, donate, take care of church, honor God. That's doing what you love. So your business should strictly be a means to an end. I'm wrong? Again, I'll circle back to, if you close the doors tomorrow, ask yourself, does Logistic Care really care? Does MTM care? Oh, but I have a great relationship with Ralph. I got a great relationship with Greg down at MTM. Dude, they don't care about you. Your data and statistics to them. These people in the broker, the different brokers, all these, dude, they haven't owned their own. Do you think they've ever had to worry about payroll? They don't have to worry about payroll, not with their money. Think about this. Here you go. I'm going to blow this thing up right now. 10 years. Have you diversified in 10 years? Nope. Submitted your info to youarethebroker.com, done anything with it? Nope. Started any other type of business? Not that I know of. You don't mention it. 10 years. 10 years. Look at the growth. Look at the expansion over 10 years. Look at the growth and expansion of Logistic Care or Motive Care, whatever they call themselves now. Look at the growth and expansion of MTM over the last 10 years. Let me ask you this. Have they taken you with them? They're in so many different sectors now. All these brokers, they're in so many different sectors now. Logistic Care, they've been publicly traded for a long time. They're expanding, they're growing, they're diversifying, they're doing different things, different areas, different sectors, different industries. They've taken you with them? Over 10 years, you haven't grown. They have. Did they take you with them? But I got a great relationship with Ralph. I got a great relationship with Greg over at MTM. Did they take you with them? They never have to worry about payroll. They don't own their own business. Your data and statistics to them. Sharecropper. You mean nothing to them. Data and statistics, that's all you are. Oh, but look, if you're not doing what you love, you don't want it bad enough. Really? Your responsibility is to increase your earning, increase your top line, increase your income, make as much money as you possibly can. So you can take that money, strong cash flow, push it through your cash flow, your asset protection system, so you can limit your exposure to taxation, grow, invest, diversify, so that ultimately your money makes more money for you than the actual business does. When you do, that is when you are truly free. Bottom line. Joel, you're absolutely crazy. This video is so offensive. I've never seen you this bad before. I think we'll unsubscribe. Do you promise? Look, don't be one of those people that say you're going to do something and you don't do it. In fact, let me pull this up. We're going straight off LinkedIn on this one. Do what you say you'll do, even when no one's watching. So if you promised that you're offended and you're going to subscribe, do what you say you'll do, even when no one is watching. Do you promise? So I'm going to hold you to it. Stay true to your values. LinkedIn says so. The Feel Good Fluff says so. It's such nonsense, man. How does any of that fluffy nonsense? And I know many of you are guilty because you get involved in all this nonsense because you get so sidetracked. I want to be a social media superstar versus handling your business. It's crazy. Either way, I can go off for another hour, but I'll cut it short here because, well, fat man is hungry and I'm gonna go eat. So for those few who've come this far, made it all the way to the end, and you haven't unsubscribed, you may not have liked it, but you haven't unsubscribed, I promise you, go back, reevaluate, stay true to your values. Nonsense. Focus on the golden nuggets and the true messages. How someone could go 10 years without growing. I mean, talk about having regret. I mean, I didn't even know what to say. Well, for me, if it was me, I would never be in this situation, but I don't even know what to say. So, for those of you who stayed all the way to the end, you learned something, I guarantee I'm going to see you at the top.